Good morning, third grade. It is Monday, January 27th, 2020. I hope you have a fabulous Monday and a great start to the week. Let's take a look at what we have going on this week. So you will notice things might look a bit different, and hopefully different is better. Let me know your thoughts, please and thank you. So this is our third week in Accelerate. It is the week of January 27th through the 31st. You can access last week and the week before over here. So morning work and message for week 1 and week 2. And of course I'm in homeroom because always and forever start in homeroom. So my planner, learners in Math A, click here. Learners in Math B, click here. Since I always start with A, I'll start with B today. And this is identical. The only difference is what you're doing for math. So your planner for week 3, 27th through the 31st. Spelling today, you have intro to your words, and there is a pretest, which I'll talk about more in a minute. You have later on in the week for Tuesday, rainbow words. Then Wednesday, detective dino. Thursday, adding ing and ed. And Friday, the spelling bee activity and your test. For vocabulary, intro to words and a pretest. Matching, crossword puzzle, matching, quiz. Reading, intro to story, prediction. First read of the racing game. Second read of the racing game with a quiz and a reflection. Grammar, intro to adjectives and a pretest. Balloon pop, barnyard buddy, quiz, paragraph edits. Writing, intro to content, identify content, adding content, 1, 2, and 3. Your other ELA, you have a journal entry, handwriting, fluency, another handwriting, and independent reading worksheet. For math, you have decimals and fractions and IXL practice and quiz. Then you can have 3 days off, or you can spread this out, your choice. Then science and social studies, you can have 2 days off. And then basics of photosynthesis, the resources of ancient Africa, and interdependence of man and nature. And again, I have 2 days here, but you can spread them out if you'd like to. All of your spelling words are down here. We have changing, swimming, taping, saving, coming, tapping, grinning, falling, taking, hoping, invited, stared, wrapped, planned, settled, liked, filled, rolled, used, and worried. You have vocabulary words this week, which are based on your book, The Racing Game. Is that right? I'm saying that right? Yes, I am. The Racing Game. Friendship, confess, opponent, convince, accuse, and defend. And then your extra notes reminder section. So this is the same for everyone. The only difference is it's math. For math, it's the decimals and fractions. For Math B, Math A, yours is slightly different, but it's still the same setup. Your lesson, then IXL practice and quiz, then 3 days off. So let me fix it out. Spelling for week 3, this is a separate lesson. You are not required to do this, but I highly encourage you to do it because it could be helpful and because you're going to hear more about a little contest we're having soon. But let's go ahead and open this so we can take a look. So you're going to watch this video walkthrough and then upload the spelling lesson. And I'm not going to go over this because I do it in the walkthrough, but you can check this out to get some inside tips. Learning lab schedule today from 1 to 3, we're at CPDLF Duncansville. Tuesday, 10:30 to 11:30, we have LG Zoom, so you could drop in for Zoom. Wednesday, 1 to 2 Zoom, and it's just 3rd grade. Thursday, 9 to 10 Zoom, it's drop in, so that's LG, 3rd grade, and 6th grade. And then we have 1 to 3 at the Duncansville site. And Friday, I'm at the Hollidaysburg Library from 9:45 to 12:45. Your morning work and message for Monday. I have a little Monday motivation for you. So good morning, friends. Take a moment to enjoy this pep talk from Kid President. Uh-oh. I'll have to fix that. I don't know why it's not working, but I will fix that. It's a video. And a helpful hint that one of my friends just told me, so I always say go to the swirly to get back to your home page. If you would like, this could be very helpful. So my taskbar is a little messy, so it won't look as awesome as yours. But, so I'm going to click on English since that's where I'm going next. If you click the star up here, you can bookmark this page. So bookmarks bar, and then I'm just going to do this so we can see it's English language arts. Done. So then anytime that you want to move around, rather than having to click on the swirly thing, you come up to your toolbar and just click on that page and it'll take you right to it. So thank you, Cassidy, for filling me in. All right, our ELA agenda for the week of 127 to 131. You can access the previous weeks here. Optional assignments due by midnight on 28th, which is tomorrow, Tuesday. You have a spelling pretest, a vocabulary pretest, and a grammar pretest. These are optional. You do not have to do these. Why am I offering you work that you do not have to do? Well, I'm giving you the opportunity today to take these pretests. So you have today and tomorrow to take these pretests. If you take these pretests, you have the opportunity to cut back on some of your work this week. So for spelling, for example, let's say you take the spelling pretest and you get a 15 out of 20. Then I will give you permission to only study 5 words the rest of the week, and you can cut back on some of your workload. Same with vocabulary. If you get an 8 out of 8, then you don't have to do vocabulary the rest of the week. You'll be exempted from your quiz and everything. And then grammar, similar thing. Your required assignments, which are due by Sunday at midnight, are your reading quiz, grammar kit quiz, spelling test, vocabulary quiz, independent readings worksheet, and your weekly work. And again, these reading, grammar, and spelling tests and quizzes, grammar, spelling, and vocabulary quizzes. If you get like 100% on the pretest, then you won't have to take them at all. If you take the pretest and you do well, then I'll exempt you from some of the things. So it'll make your workload a lot lighter if you take the time to do these pretests today. But I'm only giving you till midnight tomorrow to do those, so that you have time to work the rest of the week. And again, I have that spelling lesson on the homeroom page, and that will help you prepare for the pretest. So Monday, if you can see I changed it up here. So we still have the days of the week over here, but now I have the lesson and then the assignment that you're turning in for the day. So the lesson for today is 21.1, and your assignments, the optional spelling pretest, and if you click on that, it will open up. Your vocabulary optional pretest, your grammar optional pretest, and your journal entry, which is a part of your weekly work. And you will notice that there's only 4 weekly works this week. I cut back. So you have your journal entry, a prediction for reading, a worksheet for writing, and a reflection for reading, and then you submit them all at the end of the week. And why is it less? Well, there's still all that work, but I'm not collecting it. So this is a trust exercise. Like I said, I'm trying to cut back for you guys, make this not so overwhelming. So it's your choice whether or not you do the practice worksheets. If you feel you need them, then use them. If you feel you don't, then don't. Just know that that's going to reflect your grade, but I'm not collecting them. So let's go ahead and look at today's lesson. So this week, our focus will be on making mistakes. So we're going to start out by looking at our spelling, and I'm not going to read this to you because there is this listen option, so you can read and follow along to listening or just read it on your own. Spelling. This week's spelling words end in ED or ING. So we are going to be working with words. I did show you your spelling list. Don't believe I have it up anymore. Your spelling list has all words that end in ING or ED. And you can learn about the rules whenever adding an ed or an ing to a word by watching this video. And I mentioned in the spelling lesson how you can make watching videos easier. So check out that spelling lesson on our homeroom page, please. Vocabulary. Again, your vocabulary words are listed on your planner at the very bottom. And I went over what they are, and you can practice those words with these flashcards and then take the pretest. Same with spelling, practice and take the pretest. Reading. So we are talking about how characters impact a story. And this week we're reading The Racing Game. So we'll see how the characters' feelings and opinions in the story create a problem. And if those feelings and opinions were different, we might not have a story at all. So we'll take a close look at what this story is about tomorrow. So you can read more about this here. And again, you can listen and follow along or just read. For grammar, this week we are talking about adjectives. Adjectives are descriptive words. So how would you describe an apple? Well, you might describe it by its color. It's red, it's green, it's yellow. You could describe it by its taste. It's fresh, it's crunchy, it's crispy, it's juicy. By its, how it feels, it's hard, it's ripe, it's how it looks, it's round, it's wet, it's dry. So adjectives are describing words. It tells us what kind, how many, and which one. So you can learn more about how adjectives work in real life down here. So like, for example, choosing a drink. You could say milk, but you describe it by saying what kind of milk. White milk, chocolate milk. So there's that separation, that difference, the extra description. So for writing this week, we're going to look at content and writing. And again, there's a video, and I give you a hint in the spelling lesson how to be helpful with videos. And then your journal entry. I am collecting this for your weekly work. It is your choice how you use it. You can either use this particular journal page, you can use a Google Doc, or you can use a piece of notebook paper. I'm not requiring you to turn in this exact page, but you do have to answer the question, which is think about a time when you made a mistake. What happened and what did you learn from it? And this reflects back on our story that we're reading because we're learning about making mistakes. And again, you can bookmark anything, but I'm still going to use my squiggle wiggle. Math A. You're going to be working on place values to billions today. So we start out, you always open up your lesson notes and print these out because you're going to use them throughout the lesson. So you can start out with some mental math, and unfortunately there's not a read aloud option here. Then you're going to work on larger place value, identify place value in very large numbers. So if you worked on place value before, now you're going to work on it getting into higher numbers like the billions. And there's a video for you to watch and a self-check. Then there is some practice with self-check. And then some more rounding whole numbers. And some self-check. Let's go back to the main page. So at the end, you'll turn in your lesson notes. And then this is tomorrow's work. Math B. Today you're working on decimals and fractions. So you start out by printing the notes. Then some mental math. And then you're going to practice and self-check. There's a video with a self-check. Going to work on base tens. A video with a self-check. Going to talk about the decimal point. And then do some self-check. Oh, good God. All right, and then you will have a little worksheet, learn and apply, so you can practice some more. And go back to the squiggle or to your favorites bar if that's what you choose. Science, again, we have off today, but you are more than welcome to work ahead. And social studies, off today, but you can work ahead. So I believe that is all. A reminder that we have Learning Lab today from 1 to 3. And I would love, 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 love it if you could make a Valentine and send it to me so we can make them for our soldiers. All right, friends, have a great day.